I mean, it's fast. By fast, I mean really slow. It's so slow, but the best. Hi, I'm Charlie Enslin, world famous race car driver, and you're here at my shop, Hard Times Racing in Wakanda, Illinois. We build anything and everything here. We're known for our race cars, and especially in our Race Cars and Grid Life series, some of the top contenders. Hard Times Racing isn't just me, it's a group of friends that came together to campaign these cars across the country. Let me introduce you to a few of the team. This is Marty. Marty's in charge of donuts, hot dogs, beer, and keeping all the guys on track. Marty raced a Subaru for a while, now he's in a Miata. That's the end of that story. Kyle is a championship, almost winning driver in this class. Very competitive, and we rely on him for a lot of data and car setup.
This is my personal car. Last year we drove it 35,000 miles to and from track, did 11 events, podium at 8 of them.
And speaking of setup, has anyone seen Anthony?
Yep.
Oh, there you are. That's Anthony. He's our suspension tech and knower of all things, mostly. Mostly he's wrong. But today, we're focusing on the bottom rung, where all the action's at, Honda Fits. So we're building these two Honda Fits to our Sundae Cup rule spec. The idea being that when we get these cars done, they're gonna go to Alpine Horizon for all of our friends in the Grid Life community to hop behind the wheel of one of these bad race cars and see what they're made of. Sundae Cup is the cheapest form of time attack racing that Grid Life offers. The cars are cheap, the parts are cheap, and it's real hard to break them. So time attack racing is a form of racing where you as a competitor are racing against the clock and the clock alone. Yes, you might be out there with other cars, but it only matters what time you cut in your class. That's enough talking about it. Let's dive into these cars and see what issues we run into and get down to building them. Here we go. We bought two cars, sight unseen. Supposedly one needs a clutch, supposedly one needs a power steering pump. I don't believe that, but that's what we saved money on. We bought some stuff that needed some work, knowing that we can fix it and save some money there.
So that one's a 2009, this is a 2010. We like these models because they don't have a yaw sensor in it. So you can turn off traction control and kind of get them around the track a little bit better.
Pop the hood. Everything looks like it should under here, a little dusty. What do we got going inside, Marty?
It's pretty clean.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
So we do have brakes, we have wheels, we have tires. We did order suspension, but the suspension got held up, and that's how this stuff goes. If we have a chance later in the week to get the suspension on, we will. If not, we'll cut some springs and run them how they are. That's the whole point of this class. Easy, easy, easy entry. Wheels, brakes, tires, let's drive them.
So we're getting rid of the rotor here, swapping it out for these fresh Hawk set.
All right, brakes are on. That took us 8.5 minutes. Probably more important than the brakes is the fluid that the brakes use. Normal braking fluid boils at 300 degrees. This is probably good till 500. No pedal fade. None of that stuff is gonna happen when we put this stuff in. So out with the old, in with the new.
Close.
A lot of the service items that we're going to put on the cars, such as tie rod ends and wheel bearings, one click away on eBayMotors. These things just got here, no time to waste, so let's get these things open and see what we have to work with. New Fortune 510. We usually have to cut the top of the strut tower out to get any kind of camber or casper out of that, but Fortune has addressed that for us in this new setup. We opted for a 14K with a helper to be all of the suspension that these cars will ever need. The back setup here, a spring cup, and a shock that is in another bag. Again, these are Honda fits. It's about the easiest thing you can work on. You need wheels, tires, and brakes, and all of that stuff is on eBay and readily available. Well, I'm trying to free the top up. A lot of times you got to use an Allen and a wrench. Sometimes you get lucky and sometimes they break free. We are not so lucky. So this should drop out, and then we can go to the Fortune model and start figuring out what order things need to go back up in here and finish up on the bottom. Out with the old, in with the new. Anyway, so while I'm working on suspension, we're gonna have Matt here do an oil change. We're gonna use some Valvoline, only the good stuff for the race cars. We got some VR1 and 10W30.
Gasket didn't stick.
Quite a bit of difference. Tighten a few things up, we'll throw a wheel on and see the difference between sides. Seems like a big job, actually not that bad. Test drove the cars yesterday. What started to be a little brake test turned into a full 4-car rally around the parking lot here.
I mean, it's fast. By fast, I mean really slow. Like, so slow. But the best, the best.
All in all, these are race cars.